Cool, cool, cool. We are live. So, guys, 4 ways that are people in the world right now making money, right? Generating wealth. There are 4 different ways people are out there. And this was actually created by a guy by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. You know, he made the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, was the very first book I ever was exposed to when it came to business, right? And he broke down 4 different ways people are in the economy. Guys, do you understand that 95% of people in the world are fighting for 5% of the world's wealth, while 5% of people in the world control 95% of the world's wealth, right? And it's because they have an understanding of what these different quadrants are, right? So 60% of people, if you don't know this, 60% of people are employees. And, there's nothing wrong with having a job. There's nothing wrong with going to school. What it is, the only issue is if you're only trading your time for money, you have a cap on your income, right? For me, guys, I was working for $10 an hour, working, 4 to 8 hours a day. And so, guys, for that point, I was only able to make anywhere between $40 and $80 a day, right, guys? And I personally felt like I was worth more than what I was settling for, right, guys? And so I want you to understand something. If you're not learning how to turn, if you're always trading your time for money, you will continually work up until the day that you die, right, guys? So next thing we have is the self-employed. This is people that are working for themselves, right? I like to say these are like realtors, right? Real estate agents. Barbers, people that they own their job, right? So the only problem with this, guys, you have the time freedom now, but the problem with most people is the moment you're no longer working, you're no longer making any money, right, guys? So it kind of falls in line with the same thing. So you start to begin to wonder, what exactly are 5% of the people in the economy doing, right? Why are their lifestyles so much different than the majority of people's lifestyles? What do they know that I don't? And that's what I began to ask myself, right, guys? So 4% of people in the world are business owners, right? I mean, the 4% of people in the world that has this wealth, they're business owners. What are business owners? They go out there, they create systems. Business owners, they leverage other people's time and other people's efforts in order to create them more income. Why is that? Because we all only have 24 hours in a day, right? We all only have 24 hours in a day. But with 100 people, you now have 24 times 100, right? So you have everybody else's efforts. A great philosopher said, I'd rather have the efforts of 100 people rather than 100% of the efforts of my own, right, guys? Write that down. I'd rather leverage the efforts of 100 people rather than leverage 100% of my own, right, guys? And so that's what business owners give you the ability to do. So think about it this way. Do you ever see the owner of Starbucks in Starbucks? No. Why? He's created a business. You ever see Jeff Bezos delivering packages and shipping products? No. Why? Because he has a system, right? And so, guys, 1% of people in the world are investors, right? Investors, these are people that are understanding that money is a seed and you must plant it in order for it to grow, right? Most people save money, but the rich and wealthy, they are investing their money, right? Using their money to make them more money, right, guys? These are the Warren Buffetts, the Elon Musk, right? The LeBron James. LeBron James didn't become a billionaire from basketball. He became a billionaire because of investments in business. Jay-Z did not become a billionaire because of rap, right? He became a billionaire from investments in businesses, right, guys? So this is what 5% of people in the world are doing and why they control 95% of the world's wealth. So, guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can go from, type I in the chat box real quick, if you would like for me to be able to tell you how you can go from, the 95% to the 5%, right, guys? And it was wild to me because I personally, this is how I was raised up. My grandpa, that was the only real male role model in my life. And he always said, Quiani, go to school, go to school, go to school, right? So I was living this life. I was going to school, to be able to graduate, to be able to get a degree, to be able to get a good job, right? To be able to go and get the lifestyle, work 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of the income that I was hardly making in the first place, right, guys? That was the lifestyle that I was adopted to. I didn't know there was other ways that people can go out here and create income. So one of the ways I'm gonna show you guys how to do that is by becoming an investor, right, guys? So the foreign exchange market, I had no clue what these markets were. I didn't know that the average person can actually be profitable into these markets, right? Until I really did my due diligence, right, guys? Type I in the chat box if you've ever traveled outside of the country before, or maybe you bank with a major institution. Guys, you are already inside of the foreign exchange market. Well, let me go ahead and educate you and tell you exactly how. If you've ever been outside of the country, you'll always see those booths that say, foreign exchange, right? And that is giving you the ability to exchange your currency for that country's currency so that you're able to spend in those marketplaces, right? So that's what you do when you travel. So let's say, let's say Kevin, right? Kevin Schroeder on the call, right? Let's say Kevin went to Canada and he exchanged his US dollar for the Canadian dollar. He could have got back more or less depending on the fluctuation of the exchange rate. Now, let's say he spent no money. Say he was all inclusive, right? He was having a good time, didn't have to pay anything. Came back to the United States and transferred that Canadian for the US. And he made back either more or less than he originally had. There was a fluctuation in this exchange rate. Most people don't know that back in the day, people used to literally take cash, go to another country and wait for the fluctuation and come back to re-exchange it for more, right? That was an actual thing. But because of technology, you don't have to do that anymore. You can literally do that from the convenience of your cell phone, right? Something that most people spend an average 6 to 10 hours a day on their cell phone, right? You can now use it to make money. If you guys have a bank account, you're already a part of these markets. What are the banks doing with your money, guys? They're trading your money in these markets, right? They're giving you your money. They're giving your money to an exchange, to a hedge fund trader. They're multiplying your money in these markets, making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of your money that's saving up with an interest of 0.0% every single year, right, guys? Literally no growth. So now, because of information, because of this platform, we have the awareness to be able to go out here and learn this for ourselves and be able to multiply our income. Right, guys? Now, digital currencies. If you guys have ever heard of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, all these different currencies, guys, I want you to understand that money has been evolving since the beginning of time, right? How we exchange values has, right? It went from like animals and resources to becoming what? Now it became coins, silver, bronze, gold. Again, fiat currencies, paper currencies as we know it today. That was the industrial revolution. Now we're moving into the digital age, which means what? Our currency is moving to digital transfer as well. All right, guys? Type in the chat box if you've heard of Bitcoin before. Guys, it's crazy to me because back in 2009, Bitcoin was about 25 cents a coin. Right now, the minimum you can get a Bitcoin is $7,000. At one point, it almost hit $20,000 per coin. Right, guys? So it's crazy to me how fast times are changing. Think about it. We're all connected here on a call all over the world from technology, right, guys? So the world is changing, and so is the way our money is changing as well. All right, guys? These markets are also open 24 hours, 5 days a week, which means what, guys? You literally now have the ability to make money, whether you are at work, right, or you're at school, or you're on vacation, right? You're spending time with family. It's Christmas. You can still make money in these markets. Right, guys? So now you can also make money in your sleep. Type I in the chat box if you can make money in your sleep. That would be dope, right? It's actually said that, unless you're finding ways to make money while you sleep, you would work to the day you die, right, guys? So this is cool about these markets, and it's a $6.6 trillion per day industry. That makes it about 100 times bigger than the stock market. And what's so cool about it is, look, $6.6 trillion per day. Imagine just being able to get like the absolute smallest percentage of that market, right, guys? Or being able to make money within that market. That's what you get the ability to do so. So these markets move in a couple different directions, right? I'm gonna keep it really simple for you guys, right? They move up and down. That's one of the directions the market moves in, right? Up and down. Typically, you would say what? You wanna sell high and buy low, right? Sell high and buy low. That's what most people say. Now, these markets have patterns and shapes, right, that help you indicate and be able to forecast in which direction that these markets are moving, right, guys? And so what makes it so powerful in what we do here in these markets and how we've been able to leverage these markets to be able to fulfill, whatever we're trying to get accomplished in our personal lives, right? We've been able to turn money into more money because of the lot sizes, right? Because of the leverage that these markets give you the ability to, guys. So the same way you can make $7 is the same way you can make $700, in this market. You can be catching the exact same move with a different leverage, right, guys? So I thought about it. I was like, okay, if I can position myself to just turn $1 into $2, I've now positioned myself to never go broke, right, guys? And so that's the kind of mindset that I had when I seen this information for the very first time for myself 2 years ago, right, guys? So how can you learn this stuff, right? Something that seems so complex. How has it been simplified? We've literally went ahead and collected, some of the top traders in the entire world, right? And we brought them together to help simplify the information, right? Hours and hours and hours of research and, diligence, and brought it into one platform with simplicity so that every single person on this call, you know, including myself, can actually understand this stuff, right, guys? So we're going to teach you how to build actual wealth, right? Actual freedom, right, guys? It's crazy to me how all of us spend so much time working for money diligently every single day, right? But nobody is learning how to multiply their money. Right, guys? So we're going to teach you guys the financial industry and how you can take advantage of it. So, guys, here is a little insight of the academy that we give you access to to be able to learn everything that I'm talking about. Right? So, as you can see, there's different languages because it is in multiple different countries. Just like a college course, you would enroll into a college course, right, in order to get the value. As you can see, we literally have from what is Forex to the history, market participants, showing you everything you need to be successful in these markets, right? To be able to give you some success. So that is that. All those videos, by the way, are really created for the short-term attention span, right? None of them are longer than 10 minutes so that you guys we're getting straight to the point to all the major pieces of information that you need to learn. We also give you access to over 100 educators. I like to say this is just like, you know, in college, you get your homework, right? But then you report to the class and you actually get the lecture. That's exactly what this is. Over 100 plus educators where you can connect, collaborate, ask questions, learn, and be profitable alongside these traders. My bad, I got a cough. But guys, you know, what's mind-blowing to me, you know, I went to business school. I was in business school at Sac State. And I was learning how to own and operate a successful business from a professor who never owned and operated a successful business, right, guys? So I learned with my experience that you can only teach what you personally have been able to succeed in for yourself, right? So the cool thing about this platform is you're learning from people that are full-time, that have the experience, that are making money in the field, right? Actually doing the work, being profitable on the work, and they're showing you exactly what they're doing to have very similar success as them, right? So you have to begin to ask yourself, when it comes to information, who am I listening to? Who am I letting speak and educate me, right? Because my reality is going to be a representation of theirs based on what they're telling me, right, guys? So literally, as you can see here, we give you access to the Go Live. This is dope, right? So as you can see on my screen, there's multiple different languages that you can select from. You know, you can go down here to the advanced section, for example, and you'll be able to check out, you know, we have an entire schedule here for you so that you can basically plug this into your day, right? You can see when you're most available and when you can plug into these educators. You can find out which educator is best suited for you and your strategy and your psychology and who you can relate to, right? We also give you access to recordings. So if you ever missed a live session, you can tune into the recordings and pretty much go see whatever it is that you missed in the past. It also gives you access to a live chat box so that you can ask questions and get them answered from these professionals live, right? Guys, so that alone is extreme value, right? It's crazy. So I actually have an individual on my team. He's out in the Bay Area. And, you know, he literally has been trading now for like 4 or 5 months. He's 19 years old, you know, within 4 to 5 months, you know, no guarantees or anything like that. But this is his testimony. He was able to actually put in his 2 weeks notice. You know, he's still focusing on going to school, you know, and he's made over $8,000 now, you know, over the last couple of months, you know, just trading, right? So guys, I just want you to understand, you know, that this is something that a lot of people are benefiting from. And this system, just in general, the Go Live sessions are extremely, extremely powerful, right? And so we also give you access to a Hello Center, right? So in here, we give you access to not just the education and not just the videos, right? But we also give you access to different tools. You can choose your weapon, right, guys? We understand that this is something long-term, right? You want to put a good 6 to 1 year into this thing to be able to master this skill set and be very consistent as a trader, right? So we've been able to position you guys to make money at the same time while you're learning the information. Now, guys, think about it this way. Imagine if you got paid as a doctor while you're going to school to be a doctor, right? Imagine going to school and being able to be a dentist and getting paid at a dentist rate at the same exact time, right? So that's what we've been able to do. You can get paid like a professional trader without being a professional trader just because of these products and services, right? So one of them we have right now is called Gold Cut. And what's cool about this is you're not just getting the strategy. They're not just telling you, okay, buy here, sell here, take your profit here, set your stop loss here. But they're also saying, look, this is my strategy as to why I'm giving you this signal, why you're going to make money on this signal, right? So right now, June, July, and August, that's a little outdated, but based in that 3-month span, we went 226 and 40, right, between June, July, and August, which was at 85% accurate. You guys understand that if you don't, you will not see that kind of return on your investment anywhere. If you go to a billionaire and you told them that they can make 3% interest on their money every single day, guys, they will hand you their money, right, guys? So I want you to understand the importance of compounding and interest. Right now, next we have harmonics. Harmonics, this right here is pretty much our scanner. So it scans the market for high probability trade reversals, right? Giving you potential trade opportunities that you can capitalize on and make money, right, guys? This is literally artificial intelligence, and we created this to be able to help you guys not just learn the strategy, but be able to be profitable with this tool as well at the exact same time, right? And so, guys, that's how you can learn and go at the same time. As you can see, we all have apps on our phone, right? Type I in the chat box for me, fam. You know, if you guys have apps on your phone, right? If you have paid for subscribed apps on your phone, you know, for me, I have Apple Music. You know, I have YouTube Red. I have all these different subscribing apps that cost me money. Why? And I pay for them because I see the value in them, right? I actually get what I want from the products. And so, guys, literally here, you can now make money from your phones leveraging these apps, right, with this platform. So some of you guys are probably asking, okay, how can I actually get started with this entire thing? That was my main question, right? I seen the opportunity, right? And I'm gonna be real. I wasn't necessarily in love with the concept of becoming a master trader, but I loved what trading can do for me if I leveraged it as a vehicle to get me to exactly what I want to do, right, guys? So I was chasing my passion, and this was going to allow me to fund my passion, right? And my passion is to like help people and inspire people around the world, right, guys? So I was like, okay, well, how do I actually get started with this entire thing? And guys, it blew my mind. It was only $225. Right? It was only $225 to be able to get all of this value, all of this education, right, guys? To be able to take a part of a $6.6 trillion per day industry and learn how to multiply my money forever. I was like, yo, I was expecting a lot more. And you know what the crazy thing is? When I seen this slide, I was excited, and I was negative $164 in my checking account. I had $4 in my savings account. I was living at home with my mom, really struggling, right? And $10K in debt with student loans and credit cards. But I seen the value and the opportunity. So what did I do, right? I personally sold a pair of Jordans. My mom sold off a pair of foods. She sold some food stamps. I put on a Walmart cart, and that's how I got involved with this platform, right? And now my life has completely transitioned before then, right? Now I provide for my family, right? So guys, $325 for the elite package, which gives you access to all of the money-making services as well as the education, right, guys? Extremely worth it. Both packages do cost per month, right? Just like tuition. Every single semester you go to school, you pay a what? Tuition. Why? Because the professors need to get paid, right? The school system needs to get paid. We have to pay these people that are educating you on how to be profitable in these markets. All right, guys? And so next we have 2 and free. So the cool thing is you actually get the ability to waive that monthly subscription. You know, what's funny to me is every single day, people are looking for new ways to get free stuff. All right, guys? Probably some of you on this call right now don't even have your own Netflix account. You use somebody else's, right? So we always look for different ways to get free. You know, we're always telling people and referring things to people, fam. So you guys can go ahead and refer to people that you see with the ability to be able to make money on their phone as well with you, right? That you want to learn with you. Somebody that you know can utilize this opportunity is not happy with their current situation. They see the opportunity, they get started. You refer to, you no longer have to pay the monthly subscription. So now you get access to everything for free, right, guys? And so next up, we have, you know, there's different success stories. So this guy actually right here, his name is Mcsweeney. He's out in Trinidad, you know, and it's crazy because this dude was literally like in debt, super broke, like 3-4 years ago. You know, now this is his testimony. He said, worth more than money. It's taught me how to create and build real wealth, allowing me to spend more time, you know, with my family. So all of us on this call have different reasons why we're on this call, you know, and so I want you to understand what this skill set, you know, what this platform can actually do for you and your family, you know, long term. And so, guys, I have personally I'm going on to the business quadrant, right? So we just hit the investors quadrant, and now we're going to hit the business quadrant. And for me, guys, type I in the chat box real quick if you're a business-minded individual, right? If you understand that you're either building your own dreams or you're working to build somebody else's dreams. Right? You're either working for your own business and building your own business, or you're building somebody else's business. Right, guys? I had to understand that nobody can control my future besides me. Nobody can tell me how much I feel I'm worth. Right? Nobody can tell me what I'm limited to. So the only way I can go out there and create my personal expectations of what my life is by what? having a business, right, guys? So I seen the value. The products and service worked, right? The education worked. So for me, what works makes sense to talk about, right? So I went ahead and I started sharing what I was getting value with. And as other people was getting value, we were actually able to go out here and impact a lot of people, right, guys? So this platform gives you the ability to do the exact same thing. So if you want to become a business owner and actually make residual income, for some of you who do not know what residual income is, I want you to write this word down and then look at it later, right? Residual, what does that mean? Guys, think about it this way. If you clocked into your job tomorrow, right? You clocked in 9 a.m. and you went ahead and you put in the work, right? You worked hard that day and you put in your hours and you clocked out. So then since you worked so hard that day, you got paid every single week, every single month for that one day's work ethic, right? How many of you guys will go to work tomorrow and work really hard? Type I in the chat box. If you go to work tomorrow and work really hard, if you only have to work one day really hard and you got paid for every week and every month, type I in the chat box. I for sure would, right? And so guys, what's cool is you could do something one time and get paid for over and over and over and over again. It's residual income, right? It's exactly why people with money get involved with real estate, to be able to create residual income. Right, guys? So you get the same opportunity here with this platform. You've already referred two people leveraging our system, right? Leveraging your results. You went ahead and you referred a third person to the platform. You see the value. Now you're getting paid $37 a week, $150 a month. You know what mind blows me is I was always a thinker like, okay, it doesn't matter how much I'm making. It's more of how I'm making that money, right? I'd rather money come into me passively than me having to work for this money. Right, guys? So you can make $150 a month from going out here and sharing something that you're currently getting results in, right? Now, Platinum 600 is a representation, like your friends or your family or whoever, they see you're making an additional, you got some gas money coming in every single week, right? They're going to wonder, how can I do exactly what you just did? Platinum 600, you just hit Platinum 600 by helping 3 other individuals, right? Make $150 a week. Now you're making $600 a month, $150 a week. Type I in the chat box if $150 passively every single week would change your situation a little bit. For me, it changed my situation a lot of it, right? I was a broke college student. And so when I was making $150 a week, that was doing me some justice, right? That was paying a couple of my bills. And this was part-time while being a student. Now, guys, I went ahead and I helped two people. It's wild. None of my friends actually got involved with me. So it was actually some strangers. But I helped 2 other people make $600 a month, guys, and now I was able to make $1,000 a month, right? So I did this while working 2 jobs and being a full-time student. I was making $1,000 a month from this business because I had helped 2 other people make $600 a month, right? And so that was $250 every single week hitting my bank account. And guys, that is at the same time while I was still profiting in the markets and trading in the markets. So I look at it this way, okay? If my goal is financial freedom and time freedom, and the average millionaire has 7 streams, and I have 2 bags full of money and an opportunity here, and I can leverage both and be able to get what I want, right? Why not go out there and take advantage of both sides of the opportunity if they both make money, right? And you're able to impact people. So guys, literally, as you continue to move forward and go up, right? The more value you add to the marketplace, right? As you begin to, your team begins to grow, right, guys? And I'm gonna tell you the cool thing about this. It's not about what you can do, but what can everybody get done together, right? So it is a team thing. Like you get help, you get guided, right? There's everything set in stone for you to be successful once you get involved. So now, right, your team has grown collectively to about Platinum 2000. That means now you're able to make $500 a week, $2,000 a month, right, guys? That would be life-changing to some people, right? So within my first 9 months of actually deciding to go out here and share the information, I hit Platinum 5,000, right? That was about $1,300 a week, right? I was 21 years old making $60,000 a year, right, guys? That was life-changing, right? That was life-changing. I had friends that were still in college while I was making this kind of income, right, guys? And so literally a representation of me hitting Platinum 5,000 was because I had helped people make $1,000 and $2,000 a month, $600 a month, right? People were profiting in the markets. And guys, so literally as this thing continued to grow and grow and grow, right? Real people getting real results. I have a friend actually I met on Facebook, right? He lives out there in Seattle, Washington. He got involved with the platform, right? I helped him make $5,000 a month. I helped another couple of my friends, make an additional $2,000, $5,000 a month, right? Everybody's winning, everybody's eating. And I hit Chairman 10, right? Chairman 10 is a 6-figure income in this platform, right, guys? So I want you to understand, you know, I got in just like seeing the information for the very first time, just like you, and I was able to hit the level of Chairman 10, a six-figure income. You know, that's $3,000 a week, you know, within my first 2 years in this business. And you guys have people that can help you do the same thing if this is what you choose to take advantage of as well. And guys, literally it goes up to 20, Chairman 25, 50, 100, 250, 500, right, guys? So you can make up to $500,000 a month in this platform, you know, and I have a mentor of mine who actually went ahead and got this thing done, right? Because he helped other people, like my friend Bryce Thompson. He's 23 years old. You know, he just graduated from college as an engineer, and he's making, you know, $250,000 a month from this opportunity at 23 years old. And that's why David is making 500, right, guys? So what's crazy about this thing is that you get to literally choose what you want to become, right, guys? It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your background was. It doesn't matter where you currently stand in your information of exactly what you're seeing, that you can get involved with the right people at the right time and the right opportunity and completely change your life. So there's always three types of people, right? There's an A person, a B person, a C person. An A person is somebody that, you know, sees the vision. They sees themselves getting involved and being successful. They see the opportunity exactly for what it is and want to change in vehicle and direction in their life, right? They want to grow. They want to change. A B person is somebody that's like, you know, I have questions, or I don't have the money to get started, you know, or, you know, I don't have the time to really put into this thing, guys. I want you to understand that if you always allow money to be the reason why you won't make any money, guys, I need you to understand that the greatest risk in life is taking no risk at all, right, guys? Scared money don't make money. That's just a fact, right, guys? Now, a B person, if you don't have your if you have questions, you know, get your questions answered. You know, mind blows me. You guys understand that the catalyst for missed opportunities is skepticism, right? And a skepticism is just a lack of information, right, guys? So get those questions answered and don't miss out on an opportunity just because of a lack of information, right? Get those questions answered. And then if you're a C person is somebody that doesn't really see themselves being successful with this. They don't really want to be involved. Maybe it's not the right time for you, right, guys? I tell people all the time, you know, if there's one person on this call that live can be completely impacted with this opportunity, I'm happy. I did my part. Right, guys? It's not for everybody, but it is for the willing, right? It is for people that want change in their life and understand for things to change, you must change. For you to have something in life you never had before, you got to go and do something you've never done before, right? If you continue to do what you're doing, you're going to continue to get the same results that you're having, right? So they understand that. So, guys, I appreciate every single person I got on tonight's call. You know, I definitely highly recommend every single one of you form your own opinion on the information that you just seen. Right, guys, do not let the opinions of other people that don't have the lifestyle nor the results that you want dictate the outcome of your life, right? Because you buy into people's opinions and you buy into people's lifestyles. So if you take advice from people, make sure what they have, what it is that you want. If not, don't listen to them, right, guys? Don't listen to them. So I appreciate every single one of you guys that got on tonight's call. You guys have an amazing night. God bless. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Follow me on IG. Yeah.
Call out is.